What's going on, guys? My name is Noonan, bringing a review of Clash of Kings for iOS and Android devices. Now we've just installed the game, and as you can see here, we started right off the bat into a nice, cool little cutscene of a war. Pretty cool. We got some dialogue over here, and now we've jumped right into the gameplay. So I really do enjoy how the game kind of opened up with a cool little cutscene of war, kind of maybe some foreshadowing for what the combat will look like later on. But let's go ahead and hit continue, kind of go over the basic features of the game, and we'll give it a score at the end. So now we have a plot over here. Let's go ahead and tap on that. It's going to have us build some different units over here. Now we do have some to select from over here, but it's having us build a sawmill right off the bat. So it's nice to see that there are a few more options right off the beginning. But so far it's having us build a sawmill, and that's alright. So let's go ahead and build it. We got a little bit of animations over here, and now we have a level 1 sawmill. Let's use wood to build a stable. Sounds pretty good. Now this is another base building MMORPG. It is free to play, and once again, building these different units will help you acquire different resources and other things like that, which are very, very important. So as you can see, we built a sawmill, so we acquire wood, and now that we've acquired wood, we can build a stable. So now lots of these different things will, one unit kind of helps you benefit more on a different unit and everything like that. So basically, these games, all your units in your kingdom really kind of, it's a big circle of supporting each other, which is good, which makes these games kind of fun. So let's go ahead and build our stables over here. It's going to take 2 seconds, doesn't take too long. Got a little bit of building animation over there. And now we have level 1 stables. Alright. My lord, we need a farm. Food will help us recruit powerful warriors. Sounds good. So now we need to build a farm. Got to get some food for our troops and other things like that. So go ahead and tap the plot of area. Go ahead and build a farm. Hit that. And there we go. Now we have our farm constructed. Alright, the stable is ready. We can now build our own troops. Alright, this is what I'm looking forward to. I really enjoy these base building MMOs. I really like the combat, and I like seeing the different approaches to combat in these types of games. Now, some of them are very generic, and let's go ahead and build some troops and kind of see how war goes on in this game. So we can go ahead and build some riders. Now, I wish I kind of gave you the freedom to kind of select which troops you wanted to build, or the freedom to place down your sawmill or your farm early on in the game. It's kind of, doing it for you, which it's alright. It's kind of a little bit of a drawback, but I mean, not too much to complain about. So, as we're building our troops over here, let's go ahead and see what else we got to do. My lord, now we have sufficient resources to immediately finish training of our soldiers. Alright, sounds pretty good. We can go ahead and finish training those guys. We can go ahead and speed it up pretty good now that we've acquired our warriors. Training is complete. And there we go. So now you can see our guys are moving out of our kingdom over here. And are they going to war? Let's go ahead and check that out. The training is over. Your soldiers are ready. Alright, so this seems like kind of the hold area for your different troops, which is nice. That's really, really cool. You can kind of see the troops that you have. Now we built some riders, and they went ahead and ran right over to the little, waiting area until we, put them into a war. So go ahead and build our barracks over here, get those constructed, and let's go ahead and see if we can acquire some more units. So, complete the quest to gain large amounts of gold. Alright, sounds very good. Now, I really do enjoy when these games give you quests because it really helps with collecting resources and getting just a little extra boost you may need later on in the game. Now, what is really, really nice because once you really progress quite a bit more in these games, the resources and time becomes much more time needs to be invested in these games, and resources become a lot more scarce. Now, any sort of boost you can kind of acquire through these extra little quests is very, very nice. So, our next quest is to build another farm. So there we go. We can go ahead and check that out. Let's go ahead, hit back, and build our second farm. Now, it's going to give us the freedom to build wherever we want. Now, how does this go over there? So let's go ahead and tap this one. And there we go. We can build the farm wherever we want this time. So, I guess early on it was kind of just showing you the basics, and now it does starting to give you a little bit of the freedom of placing the stuff where you want, which is nice to see. Now, let's go ahead and check out the different features of different units we can kind of build and acquire later on in the game. As you can see, they are locked, and you'll unlock them the more you play the game. As you level up, you'll acquire a lot more different features and other things like that. But we have a farm and a sawmill so far. We have a military tent for acquiring more units, hospital, iron mine, and mithril mine, all kind of self-explanatory, once again for acquiring other and different types of resources. So, our quest is to build another farm, so that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and select a farm, hit build, and requirements is 100 wood. We have 20,000. We have more than plenty, so let's go ahead and build that. It's going to take the 2 seconds. We don't really need to use the freebie that's going to give us, so My lord, we can now explore the world. Alright, sounds good. Let's go ahead and hit the world map and engage in some war. So, there we go. Let's go ahead and skip the dialogue. And our castle's over here, and it seems like we're getting invaded. Let's go ahead and check that out. This is our world. There are many resources that had, so let's collect them. So, which is nice. That's another cool thing about these games. If you're running low on resources, but you have a strong army, go ahead and invade the lands around you to acquire the resources you really need. Just as long as you can basically take over those different areas, and you have a strong enough army. Now, if you do lose, I mean, you kind of lose your troops and you don't gain anything out of it. So you got to be careful when you invade. So let's go ahead and attack this farm over here with our units. As you can see, we have them over here. We'll go ahead and march right in. And now we have a little bit of an animation of what's going on. Alright, so the troops will need some time to gather food. Let's go back to the city and continue. So, I guess there's not going to be a big war scene, as you can see, as we saw in the beginning, which is alright, I guess. I was kind of hoping to, see a big war and really take take a big part of, strategizing how the war will go and other things like that. But it seems like it's sort of a passive thing, which is all right. But it would have been nice to have a lot more engagement in the combat of the game. So, as you can see here, we're now back in the town, and we've given our farm and our sawmill a little bit of time to gather some resources, which is good. We always need those. And now it seems like that's kind of it for the tutorial. It's kind of giving us the freedom to really build wherever we want. Now we can go back over here and let's go ahead and build ourselves another sawmill. It'll probably be pretty good. Let's go ahead and construct that, and there we go. But overall, I gotta say, the game works very, very nicely on iOS and Android devices. It looks really, really nice. And these base building MMOs are something I really do enjoy playing on the mobile platforms, and I think it's kind of where these games belong. It's a great platform for them to be. And this one's all right. I gotta say, it's a little bit generic. It doesn't really stand out amongst other ones, but it does have other nice little features and a good amount of options for building. So if I were to rate this game, I would give it a 5 out of 10. Now, the game is okay, but I gotta say, the graphic style and the options of the game, they're very generic and the things we've seen before. And it doesn't really stand out to make me say, why should I play this one over a different one? Now, I guess you can argue that this game, it does have different features and other things like that. It is unique in its own way, but overall, lots of the different features, like I said, are generic, and it's alright. But I would give this game a 5 out of 10. Now, if you guys want to check out this game, it is free for iOS and Android devices. But other than that, my name is Noonan with MMOplay.com. If you guys have enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. But until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later.